In this video, I'm going to explain volume. Now, area was how much space was inside of a two-dimensional shape. So the area was what was within the borders. For volume, the volume is how much a three-dimensional shape holds, so the space inside of that 3D shape. Let's look at a cube or rectangular prism. Now, a cube or a rectangular prism is going to be the volume equals length times width times the height. Picturing this as variables, it will be V equals L times W times H. That we say the length is 6, the width is 2, and the height is going to be 4. So our volume is going to equal length, which we said was 6, times the width, which we said was 2, times the height, which we said was 4. So volume is going to be equal to 6 times 2 is 12 times 4. Since we took care of those numbers, 12 times 4 is going to be equal to 48. So the volume is equal to 48. Now, if this was written in inches, you would label this area is just length times width. So that would have been inches squared. But for volume, it's going to be inches cubed, because you have inches times inches times inches. So that will be inches cubed. So your volume, so the label for your volume is always going to be cubed, and the label for your area is always going to be squared. For a cylinder is just, now looking at a cylinder, volume is the area of a circle times the height. And what I mean by area of circle is the area of the circle on the top or the area of the circle on the bottom, because a cylinder, both are going to be the same. So written as a formula, this is going to be V equals pi r squared, because that's the area of the circle, times the height, h. So the area of a circle would be the space in here, and the height would be this distance, h. So what if I was to tell you that the radius was 3, and the height was equal to 8? Plugging that in, it would be V equals pi, the radius was 3, so 3 squared times the height of h. So the volume is going to equal pi, 3 squared is 9, times h, which is 8. Remember, multiplication is commutative, so let's do 9 times 8 first. So this is going to be pi times 9 times 8 is 72. So your volume is equal to 72 pi, or doing that out on a calculator, you're going to get 226.19. Let's say that I gave you these measurements in feet. So your label would be 226 and 1900ths feet cubed. The volume of a sphere is written as 4 over 3, so 4/3, times pi times r cubed. So, if I tell you that the radius is going to be equal to 2, then you would just plug that 2 in for r and solve. So volume equals 4 over 3 times pi times 2 cubed. So that's going to equal 4 over 3 times pi 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 2 3 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So 2 cubed is going to equal 8. And now we just multiply these together. I like to do the numbers first, so I'm going to do 4/3 times 8 first. 4/3 times 8 is going to equal 10.67. So we're left with 10.67 pi, and 10.67 times pi is going to give us 33.51. And I didn't give you units for this, so then we'll just write units.